guys, it's
Bacon
and Netty,
and we are
Baconetty.
Baconetty.
Hey you guys, we're in the kitchen, so you know.
You guys gonna be cooking with Baconetty?
Okay, that was lame. Anyways, today we got what, three or four apple recipes for you guys for the fall time, of course, because apples fall, they gotta go together, you know, because apples fall off the tree.
Boom.
Okay. Sorry. The first one we have is going to be brown sugar apple bites. And some of the ingredients we have for this are, of course, apples, butter, some brown sugar, some croissants.
Some what?
Croissants. Parchment paper, this thing.
Oh my gosh.
A measuring cup, and the rest of that cooking stuff over there.
Okay.
We are not professionals. Just want you to know that.
I think I'm pretty professional, but
you gonna tell me I'm cutting the apple wrong? Because a professional tell me how to cut the apple correctly.
anyways. Yeah, we just have these croissants and literally follow the directions on the back about what to preheat your oven to.
Yeah, what do you preheat it to?
Well, it depends on what they bought. I don't know.
Well, what does that one say?
It says 375 or 350
so
for dark or non-stick. You need to let me finish.
I'm just messing.
Anyways, yeah, just literally follow directions for preheating. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna like melt some butter. So he's gonna cut this apple into 5, 6. I don't know. We only have there's only 4 rows in this. 4 rolls. I can't even talk. Anyways, he's gonna cut the apple. I'm gonna melt some butter in this. Here we go. So I just got like 2 spoonfuls of butter. I'm just gonna melt it. Alright, so the butter's all melted. Oh shoot, I just listed butter over here. Next, I'm just gonna take some parchment paper and lay it on this pan. And with the help of my beloved boo right here, can you open this?
You know the trick to open them? I'm gonna teach you guys. You don't know? Open it a little bit just like that, right? Just like she did. And then you'll get a spoon. Right? Spoon. And you take it, you will push down on the crease. It pops right open.
Amazing. Wonderful. Amazing. Okay. So we're just gonna open up the rows. We have a small pack because it's only 2 of us, so we don't need to cook like 8 and 10. I don't know. I broke it. Oh well. Look.
No.
It can stick together.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, so we're just gonna lay them out flat like this. Don't break it.
Yeah, that's not a part of the recipe.
Oh. Okay.
Perfect.
Next, we're gonna take some of this brown sugar. Oh yeah, we're gonna take this little spoon flap. I don't even know.
Yeah, what it's called. Man.
Dip it in there. We're gonna like spread it on the pans. Yeah.
Spread it on the croissants.
On the croissant, something. Spread it. Butter it up.
I thought you were a professional.
I am a professional.
Okay, my bad.
Just because I'm a professional, don't mean I have to know all the names.
Okay, sure.
Alright, anyway, so after that, we're gonna take some brown sugar. We're just gonna sprinkle it on top of the croissants. So after we've done it, what we're going to do is we're going to take the apple and coat it in some butter. You're going to put the apple at the larger end of the triangle or the tip of the triangle, I don't know. whichever one you prefer to call it. Okay, so after we've done that, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roll the croissants. Okay, so we just rolled the croissants and we spread some more melted butter on top of it. And now we're going to put it in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, whatever the directions said on your rolled croissants that you got.
Alright, so this is how the brown sugar apple bites look after they're done.
They look so delicious. Yum, 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 yum. Oh my gosh. This is so good. Wow. Okay, you gotta come try this.
Okay.
Okay, for our second recipe, this is cinnamon apples on the stove.
Yeah, so basically our ingredients this time. We still have the brown sugar.
Of course. Oops.
Yeah, still have the brown sugar. We have butter.
Ground cinnamon, we have vanilla extract, we have some cornstarch, and I mean, the main ingredient, apples.
Alright, so the first step is going to be melting butter on the stove. And we'll see you at the stove. Next, we add the apples to the pot with the butter, if we're not dropping them.
And you're gonna let the apples cook and get really tender for about, 7 to 8 minutes.
Nice.
Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna dissolve the cornstarch in some water and add it to the mixture. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This looks good already.
Oh yeah, now we talking. Next, you're just gonna add in the ground cinnamon. And then you're also gonna add in the brown sugar. And mix that all together. By the way, we used a half cup of brown sugar, and for the ground cinnamon we used 1.5 teaspoons. Yes, it's starting to form. I love it. Yes. Okay, so after having the apples boil for about 2 minutes, that's pretty much it. You serve it warm. However, we decided to add a half teaspoon of some vanilla extract just to add like a little extra spice. You can add whatever you want, extra sugar, I don't know, cinnamon. Well, there's cinnamon in it. I don't know what else to add in there, but here we go. All right, first taste.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
That was all soft, too.
Ooh. Chef Baconetty in the house. Yes. We're back. Okay. For this next recipe, we're making applesauce, which is pretty simple in my opinion, but I've actually never made applesauce before. But all you need is 4 simple ingredients. You need some apples diced. If you don't want your applesauce chunky, you might want to go ahead and peel the apple. If not, do whatever. So just some apples, of course. We'll need some white sugar, just plain white sugar. We'll need some water, and then we'll also need some ground cinnamon to make it like cinnamon apples. Or vanilla extract, whatever flavoring you want.
Alright, so now we're just basically going to let it cook. I'm just mixing it in so it's not all just, you know, yeah, the way it is. And after that, we're going to mash it up and it's going to be applesauce.
So just kind of mashing it while it's still in the pan because it's easier to mash it while it's hot. But of course, we're going to mash some more once it cools down.
Alright, so here's our chunky applesauce. Babe, you ready for that taste?
Of course, of course.
Let's see. Is it good?
Applesauce. It's applesauce. Yeah.
Nice. We're just gonna, yeah, make it cold before I taste it. I don't like hot applesauce. Alright, for this next one, we won't be needing a knife.
Hallelujah.
Alright, we are making caramel s'more apples. If you couldn't tell by the marshmallows and the chocolate and the graham crackers and the caramel. Anyways, the first step is taking these bamboo skewers and putting them inside of the stems of the apples. We got this like huge pack because there wasn't a smaller one, so one day we might teach you guys how to make kebabs or something. Who knows? So, yeah. Anyways, rip it open.
Grill for you guys? Kebabs? That just made me hungry.
You want to try to put one in there?
Keyword try. Oh, it's that right here. Yep, I feel really good. Oh. It's actually good.
And it's in there.
I think I did it. This stick is so long though, but
trying to get it all the way to the bottom?
well, no. Oh, this is good enough. You don't want to touch the bottom of it.
I don't know what I want, honestly. Alright, and for the last apple, excuse you. I said try one. I'm just we can do this one together. Come on. Pressure.
That was easier.
Yeah. Well, that was easy.
Okay, next you're supposed to have your tray with parchment paper lined on it, and we're gonna spray some cooking
oil,
spray
stuff.
whatever, non-stick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something so it won't stick to the pan. How about that? Or paper.
You doing baking or butter?
What? You just spray it.
Cooking spray. That's baking spray.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe not.
This is just so it won't stick, even though we can wait to do this because we have to melt the caramels first.
Yeah.
So you wanna wait?
Yeah, we'll wait.
We'll just melt the caramels first and then we'll spray it. So
alright.
here you go. We'll see you guys at the kitchen. I mean, what? We'll see you guys in the stove. At the stove. Wait, I'm gonna say it again. Come back. We'll see you guys at the stove. Slide out.
Alright, you guys, so the longest, most tedious step is taking each and every one of these caramels and unwrapping them. So, yeah. Alright, so now that all the caramels are inside of the pot, all you gotta do is melt it, and then we're gonna roll the apples in this, and we'll see you guys when the caramel is melted.
Beautiful deliciousness. I love it.
You want the caramel spoon, babe?
Nah. Too much sweets. So with the non-stick cooking spray, we're going to spray this parchment paper. Was that too much?
No, it looks great.
Oh, great. Okay, now next we're about to do is, since the caramel is already melted, Bae is about to dip these apples in this caramel. Right, Bae?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, Bae? Yep, dip this in
Well,
there.
let's just pass this over to Netty then.
So he's gonna dip these caramels. I mean, what? He's gonna dip these apples in the caramels and coat them fully. Let me get in there. Okay. Wow, this is very chunky looking. You don't want to put more caramel on it?
I don't know where else to put it.
Yeah, I don't know either. Come
It
on.
wasn't really gonna roll like that.
You're very good at this. Have you done this before?
I have.
Oh wow.
I've made candy apples before.
Must be nice. I'm sweating. These look really, really good. Yes. Yeah. All right. Next, you can either put this in the fridge for an hour, or you can be like us, stick this in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes until the caramel hardens, and we'll move on to the next step. All right. So the caramel apples have been in the freezer for about 5 minutes, which is half the time. So for the next 5 minutes, while they're still freezing, I'm gonna start on the marshmallows, which is the second layer of it. So I'm gonna turn this on, and we're gonna do what is this? 2 tablespoons of butter. Oh, that's a lot of butter. But yeah, we're gonna melt 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we're gonna add a bag of marshmallows into it and melt the marshmallows.
The whole bag?
Honestly, I want to use like 3/4 of the bag, but we'll see. These are the caramel apples. Now he's about to dip the caramel apples into the marshmallow to give that a nice little layering.
Alright, so for the next one, what we want to do is take the graham crackers and put them in a Ziploc bag. We're just going to do like, yeah, 4 looks great. Alright, and we're just going to, you know, get aggressive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Gotta let some air out of here. I don't want to pop nothing. If your hands are too weak for this, you can always use the back of a knife or a screwdriver. Alright, so the back of this package says that we need to microwave the chocolate in order to melt it. So we're going to pour some chocolate chips into the bowl. How's that look? Look good, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
A little more, a little more.
Chocolate in the bowl. We're going to warm it up for 45 seconds, I believe it said.
Yeah.
Yeah, 45 seconds. So, 4, 5, start. And after that's done melting, basically what we're going to do is take the candy apples and put them inside of the graham crackers after we dip them in the chocolate. Yeah. And that'll basically be it for our caramel s'more apples.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're going to put it in the chocolate. Rub it around a little bit so the graham crackers got something to stick to. Perfect. Ooh, it's a lot of chocolate. Alright, and we're just going to dip them in the graham crackers. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Caramel s'more apples, you guys.
You guys, this is like diabetes in a jar. But you're trying to be healthy with the apple.
Diabetes on the apple.
Oh, I said in a jar.
Yeah.
It's like diabetes on an apple, but I mean an apple a day does keep the doctor away.
Even if it's covered in chocolate.
They didn't say what type of apple. They didn't. They just
said
said
it couldn't be a Granny Smith candy apple.
They just said an apple a day. Yes.
All right.
That is all for our 4 apple recipes.
Yep.
Did you like it?
We did. Yeah. Might have lost a little bit of product in the making of this video. I don't know how it happened. No, for real, like, this brown sugar apple bites were delicious.
So good.
The cinnamon stovetop apples were delicious.
So good.
The applesauce, it tastes like applesauce, so we
So
had to make it right.
I mean, we didn't mess up with applesauce.
And then these last little thing right here, man, I can't tell you how it tastes because I'm afraid to get diabetes.
It's like, it's so sweet. Like, I feel like after you make this, you have to cut it up and disperse it to your friends.
Definitely.
Like, you can't eat this whole thing by yourself, can you?
You probably could.
That's too much. And I love sweets, and I'm saying that's too much.
Anyways, if you guys followed our tutorial, you know, send us pictures of, like, you know, your end product. Like, you can tweet me at D_BaconBoy or tweet her at It's Miss Netty, or DM us on Instagram with pictures of it. It'd be pretty dope to see if anybody else did exactly what we did. But yeah, and I think that's it. That's it, right?
Yeah, you know, we just here in our kitchen with a bunch of apples. So if anyone wants to come, just like
Whoa! You know the deal. It's been Cooking with Baconetty. Make sure you guys
like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe. And we'll see you guys.
When do we see them?
In the next one.
In the next one.
Peace.
Woo!